Now let's talk about the drone.
Okay.
Drones are part of this analysis, this 100-person test, as we kind of say at Blue to Gold, right? I got to tell you, we're in an urban environment right now, and if I looked out the window and I saw a drone flying around, and it could see into the backyard, and it saw a stolen car, marijuana grow operation, a gun manufacturing facility, then I take a risk, right?
Yeah.
But if the drone was right above my curtilage, my backyard, hovering at 30 feet, would you be offended by that?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I don't
a
want,
little too intrusive.
and it says FBI on it, or no,
You're right.
no, ATF.
Ooh.
I'm not worried about the FBI. It's the
Yeah,
ATF.
it's
It says ATF on the side with the blinking lights.
Mhm.
That's what was going on here. So what I teach, and by the way, somebody mentioned a Michigan case. It's what's the Michigan drone case? It's Michigan versus the town of, starts with an M. Does anybody know what that case is? Milton? It's not Milton. So anyway, what happened in that case was that they were trying to do civil enforcement against junk vehicles.
Oh.
And God, I usually know this name pretty off the top of my head. But anyway, what happened? It's a very recent case. So what happened is that the government flew the drones over their curtilage to basically take pictures of the junk vehicle so that they can take enforcement action. And the court found that that was a search under the Fourth Amendment.
So we've always talked about curtilage being adjacent, proximity to the home as a measure.
Yep.
Do you think as technology moves on, if we haven't already been there already, that curtilage is now becoming vertical? There's a cap to it, because we talk about being in a plane way up.
Yeah.
But there's,
So
within that 30 feet or so, that it feels like it's almost a vertical curtilage analysis.
it actually, no, actually,
It's more like a box now than it used to be.
fist bump. Because actually, you bring up a very good point. There, and this, we're kind of winding down here, but this is going to get kind of geeky. But actually, it's called a right of enjoyment. So what happened, man? This is a 1920s case, and maybe Brave, somebody knows what this case is. But basically, what happened is that, well, first of all, when airplanes first came out, farmers were suing that, hey, they owned all the air up to the space
forever.
and then the Supreme Court said no, right? You don't own the airspace. But then there was another case where I forget exactly what the nuisance was, but it was affecting these people's enjoyment of their land, right? And so, and actually might have been another airplane case, by the way. So actually, I think it was an airplane case where the farmer was like taking off like low, and he was like, crossing other people's land, and they couldn't enjoy their land because they had this low airplane. And if somebody says I'm wrong on that, please let me know. But the point is this: apply these old school 1920s, 1910s cases to drones. At what point does the drone intrude on your right of enjoyment? And I don't know the answer to that. I fly a drone. I have a little drone, and I love it. But I got to tell you, like, people do, like, we fly around this neighborhood here, and people see it, and they're kind of gawking at it. Like, it's kind of weird looking,
Well, it's invasive.
It's invasive, and it's a really,
everybody knows there's a camera on it. Someone could be,
yeah, Cosby
looking at it real time.
And so the point is at what point does that police drone, the government drone, become a search under the Fourth Amendment? And I think one thing to ask yourself is, when are you intruding on their right of enjoyment? At what point can they be in their backyard like us, having a beer, talking, and so forth, and you're like, and you just can't enjoy
that sound, yeah.
Now, some states like Nevada have handled that issue by statute. Do you know what the minimum flying altitude in Nevada is? It's like 250.
250?
Yeah.
Is it FAA something?
Well, there's FAA is 400. So you cannot go above. No, actually, FAA is above. Nevada is below. So if you are flying over a backyard as a government entity and you're looking for evidence against that person, you cannot fly below 250 feet.
The vertical box almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, actually, hold on. I might be wrong in that, because that actually may apply to anybody, not just cops. But I digress.